4 p.m. Ghana versus Uruguay kick off that revenge game. And before the game, of course, Suarez was asked about that infamous handball.
He said, I didn't shoot the penalty, I took red card, and he missed the penalty.
Is it not me player? Now me play penalty.
So basically, Suarez said, yo, that's a you problem. That's a personal problem. Like,
that's what you do with me.
And I mean, growing up, I felt like Suarez always did look like a villain, but when you look at it, like, this man did what he had to do to save his country. And he got,
but at this point, I got punished for it.
That's the other conversation. Should he have said that? Could he have been more mature? Could he have tried not to annoy the Ghanaians so much?
The whole country.
Like they've been carrying this beef with you for 10 years. 12 years, and then you finally speak on this again, and you rub their faces to do some more. But that's Suarez for you, and that's been Suarez's entire career.
I mean, I feel like Suarez is the worst person to actually ask for an apology because this guy legit beat a footballer on the pitch and
he had the Evra issue, then he decided not to shake Evra's hand after he was the guilty party. So for all his talent, the man is the madman.
Apology. Okay, this is officially the World Cup of upsets. I mean, if you say this is World Cup of upsets, you're not far from the truth.
Stranger things are happening in this World Cup.
Stranger things. Crazy things are happening. Right. Crazy things are happening in this World Cup. And one of the crazy things that happened in the World Cup is what we want to discuss. And for me, actually, that's my answer to the question of the day. So the first thing we're discussing today is the question of the day. The question of today is, what is the biggest shock of the World Cup so far for you?
The biggest shock, like you said, there's been a lot of shocks, but if I have to pick something, it has to be Romelu Lukaku and his performance yesterday. So Romelu Lukaku and Belgium have crashed out of the World Cup. The golden generation turns out to be fake jewelry. They did that jewelry test on their gold
and it turned out with
gold-plated. They're not so golden, not even silver. Came up short in the World Cup. Lukaku, in 45 minutes, Lukaku missed the most big chances of any player in the entire World Cup. There are players that played 270 minutes, players that played every single match, have not missed that many chances. And I can't wrap my head around those misses. Like, he forgot to play football, he forgot to use his legs. One time he tried to use his stomach, he headed the ball 3 yards over, he hit the cross, he hit the post while it was open. I've never seen a player choke on the big stage like that.
Him hitting the post, I mean, I think that was unlucky.
He should score. He should score. The post was open. Yeah, he top class striker. Yes, he's on your weaker post, but and I like Lukaku. Like United fans have berated Lukaku because what he did for them. I thought he is a decent player. He did well at Inter.
For us, did against us.
What he did against you, against you. I've always tried to defend Lukaku. He's my black brother, but you can't defend this.
There's no defending what Lukaku. There's no defending the disaster class that Lukaku.
It was a disaster class. I've not seen a worse cameo in football history. Like, he's growing up in World Cup Folk Club with Yakuba Egbeni and Higuain and I don't know who else that's missed on the big stage like that.
Big game for Lukaku, and that was one of the things I wanted for us to discuss today. Lukaku's misses. That is a major headline. But let me quickly say
Belgium out. One more thing. Belgium were world number 2 coming into this World Cup, and they've crashed out of a group.
That's crazy. So that's what I wanted to say now. Like that sums up the biggest shock for me in the tournament. The caliber of teams that have crashed out of the tournament. Germany have crashed out.
Wow. That's back-to-back tournaments for Germany now.
For Germany.
What's going on?
Belgium have crashed out. So that is the biggest shock for me. The kind of teams that have crashed out of the World Cup at this stage. From the groups. This is group stage. This is not round of 16. This is not semi-final.
Ball never starts.
Bro, and it has not really. We're not even done with the group stages yet.
Exactly.
Anything can still happen. We still have Group H games to go. You don't think we can see any upsets?
I mean, who's in Group H? So we're hoping Senegal and Brazil go through, but Switzerland can ruin the party for Senegal.
For Cameroon.
For Cameroon to result. So anything can stop. And Brazil, I guess Brazil are safe.
Brazil are safe. So, and then we have the Ghana, Uruguay, South Korea, Portugal group.
I think we should get to Ghana, Uruguay later. Let's finish on this.
So my biggest shock of the tournament so far is the caliber of teams that have gone out of the tournament at this point. Germany and Belgium.
I think the teams that have won groups as well is a shock as well. So
Japan
have won a group.
Great. So that's another thing I wanted to say too. Another big shock is Japan leading their group and Morocco as well.
You mentioned Japan a couple times in the lead up to this.
In the lead up to the World Cup, I said it that I had a very good
Japanese
feeling
people. I
about Japan.
I wasn't familiar with your game.
So the thing with Japan is the progress that I have seen over time. About 70% of the squad at the moment are playing in Germany. Germany is a very, very good place for players to go and learn how to play. As well as Netherlands in the Dutch league, with Ajax and you know, what have you. If you really want to learn how to play good football, don't come to the EPL. Go to Germany, go to Eredivisie, and that's what we're seeing. These players have stamina, they have, and they have the ability and they have the football knowledge.
You can just tell that they are well coached
them.
and they know what they're doing.
Definitely. So yeah, those are the biggest shocks for us. Let us know in the comment section what the biggest shock of the World Cup has been for you so far, anywhere that you're watching this. Now, moving on from that, we have another big thing that has happened in the World Cup. Morata scoring 3 goals. Morata having been somebody that has been berated over time.
In the Lukaku category coming into the World Cup. Now, Morata is one of the strangest footballers. I can't even tell you right now what team plays, whether it's Atletico Madrid or Juve or Real Madrid. The way he jumps around clubs, but yeah, he's found happiness finally.
He's
and
found
he's
massive.
I wonder if they'll keep playing him though. Like I feel like even when he scores, it's hard to trust Morata because he has that Lukaku thing. Like, you don't know what you're going to get from Alvaro Morata. If he did what Lukaku did, I would have been surprised.
But that's the thing, right? Luis Enrique feels like he can trust him. He's played 3 games in the tournament so far, scored
off the bench,
each one of them
so
off the bench.
Stats.
I mean,
That's
but he's
question.
somebody that you can look to for goals.
For
so
sure,
you definitely
for sure.
will want to start him in, your round of 16 games or semi-finals. If you
All these Spanish managers, all they know is false 9. They'll bring one, Gabi, false 9, tiki-taka. But if he needs a goal, Morata proved that, look to me, if you need a goal, I'll get you that.
Yeah, definitely. And something else that happened that really caught my eye was Havertz's Man of the Match award, right? So, of course, I'm sure the picture will come up now. And I wonder why they're giving you the Man of the Match award, your picture looks like a mugshot.
When you're going home, why are they giving the Man of the Match? I feel like in that situation, just give it to a player.
I mean, but they won 4 goals to 2, so...
Then, I don't know, find who scored the goals for the outside, just give me the Man of the Match. Like, I'm not trying to stick around. I say, how much time are you on a plane and back to London as soon as
Heading
possible?
back, straight up.
Maybe get a drink where you can drink.
Yeah. And in the aftermath of those games, Roberto Martinez, the manager of Belgium, has come out to say he's not going to continue managing Belgium.
Yeah, I mean...
He
probably should have done this before the tournament. Maybe he shouldn't have led them to the tournament. He's fall short time and time again for Belgium. If he didn't go, he probably would have been sacked. I reckon Belgium, the Belgian FA need to rip it up. Some of the players that we saw today that part of that golden generation, guys like Vertonghen, Alderweireld, Hazard, Witsel, they need to do good on them. They need to, just need to get good.
Yeah, true.
Maybe Lukaku too, perhaps. Kevin De Bruyne is still one of the best players in the world, but his performances at this World Cup were atrocious. So I won't be surprised if the Belgian FA say, we're just going to rip it up again. Hopefully we can win a World Cup in 20 years. Let's start with the way Germany realized that, it wasn't going to. They started with the young players and then they created a new line of players.
And with
Belgium
Spain too.
With
Spain
too.
too.
They might need to rip it up.
This squad, I mean, why don't you have somebody like David De Gea in the squad?
Ramos, there's no
none of those old players.
Busquets.
Only Busquets from that, from that generation of
so that's probably where Belgium are going to have to reach.
Definitely. And now, moving on from that, we're going to discuss VAR. Basically, VAR has been contentious on many different occasions.
VAR is running for player of the tournament.
Right.
VAR has had an impact.
Right. Massive impact. And of course, the over-techification of football in this World Cup.
So I think the picture should come. We should pull up a picture of the offside call in the Croatia-Belgium match, which is probably the closest offside I've ever seen. It's being judged based off the shoulder because technically you can use your shoulder to play, but his legs are onside, his head
Every
is
other part of
onside,
the body is
everything is
onside.
onside. So to me, it's too far. I feel like VAR should come in when there's been a mistake. And I understand that they're saying it could have led to a goal, so let's make sure it's pure, but it's too much. Like, I don't like it. It's ruining the game.
Yeah, definitely. That's something that I feel like we should talk about. The Argentina versus Poland game in Group C, where Wojciech Szczesny actually was adjudged to have fouled Messi. Do you think that was... I mean, VAR looked at it and said that was a foul, so like...
Well, for me, I feel like 9 times out of 10, we do see that and it's not a foul. But I feel like goalkeepers should be punished because keepers believe they can get away with everything. Like, if a defender did that in the box and Messi got his shot off, but as soon as he got shot off, you just flew into him in your studs or whatever and clearly put him in some sort of danger. The defender will be booked and VAR will call it, but because the goalkeeper, we think because he was jumping for the ball, anything that happens in the process, be like knee someone in the face, elbow someone, clash into his face, however it falls down, because you were going for the ball that you missed to, ball that was so far away from him, he wasn't anywhere near the ball. So I think that was a foul, and it's just harsh to see give us a penalty. And I understand how people say, Messi or Juro, blah, blah, but To me, keeper should be punishment.
To be very honest with you, I think it was just Messi tax.
And I think why this is partial to me is because I'm currently injured from a goalkeeper in my own Monday football that I play. One keeper flew out and I messed up my shoulder. I didn't play last week because of this thing. Keepers are too protected. And I've been fighting this fight in my personal group chat and now I'm taking this to the world stage. Keepers stop this stuff.
Keeper should stop. But in my opinion, I feel like the keeper went with his legal, part of the body. That was his hand. That was the only thing he could have used to save the ball in that position. He missed, unfortunately.
And got what? The player.
He missed, unfortunately, but he went for the ball. I feel like Messi himself probably should have ducked the challenge.
He wanted to score, he headed the ball.
But that's the point. I'll go back to the first player to be red carded in this tournament, and that was a goalkeeper, interestingly, and that was Wayne Hennessy of Wales, right? That was obviously a very, very bad tackle. I'm sure the video footages of that might come up, and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. But like, that was a goalkeeper that went with a very rash challenge.
But Chelsea didn't get carded. He didn't get carded. Exactly. So they're trying to say that yes, it wasn't. You were going for the ball. Though. It wasn't vicious. But the fact of the matter is, you didn't get the ball and you hit the player. I feel
like this is one of those things that will be reviewed after the tournament, where the rules have to be clarified, right? And this is a player. The goalkeeper went with a legal part of his body in his hand. But so can we see a situation?
Always go with legal parts when they tackle now.
But it's a different case.
Why? That's my point. Keepers are players as well, and you're not allowed to foul people the same way defenders are not allowed to foul people.
What if they say a goalkeeper fouling a player in the box like that would be a free kick instead of a penalty?
It should be a penalty. You fouled him inside the box and you were trying to stop a goal scoring. Maybe if Chesney didn't fly out so aggressively to a ball that he was not going to get, maybe Messi would have been able to just head that ball properly without closing his eyes or fear of, this 6'8" man is about to kill me. Maybe we would have scored.
Okay, moving on from that, but still on VAR, Japan's second goal. Do you think that goal should have stood?
Every time I look at that, I have a different opinion on that. I mean, yeah, you guys, I guess you're going to come up on the screen and you can let us know your thoughts on it. Your guesses are good as mine.
Exactly.
The margins were as fine as it gets.
Like, very tight.
Either way it was called, I would be like, yeah, fair enough. Like, it looked like a good call.
I just don't like the fact that it is now putting, a shadow on Japan's,
But according to all the technology we're hearing about this World Cup, I'm sure there's some sort of technology that knows exactly when the ball leaves the pitch and when it crosses the line. So it probably was fair, but I feel like we should just try. I want us to get back to this, we're kind of trusting the naked eye. I feel like it brings a certain drama to football. It's why football is a beautiful game. Why it feels like it's on the knife edge. Why it can go your way. It might not go your way. Like it might not be your fault. Like anything can happen. But now, not really anything can happen for because you know what's going to happen.
That over-techification.
I'm not sure. I like that it gets the right decisions, but I don't know. You guys let us know your thoughts on it.
Yeah, definitely. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think about that Japan second goal. Was it, out of play? Was it not? Let us know in the comment sections below anywhere that you're watching it. So moving on from all the VAR brouhaha, which we definitely will probably see more of in the coming games.
In the coming years.
But yeah, we have some very, very big games to look forward to today. At 4 p.m, Ghana versus Uruguay kick off that revenge game. And before the game, of course, Suarez was asked about that infamous handball.
He said, I didn't shoot the penalty, I took red card, and he missed the penalty.
He said, not be me player, I mean play penalty.
So basically, Suarez said, yo, that's a you problem. That's a personal problem. Like,
that's nothing to do with me.
And I mean, growing up, I felt like Suarez always did look like a villain, but when you look at it, like, this man did what he had to do to save his country. And he got,
at this point, I got punished for it.
That's the other conversation. Should they have said that? Could they have been more mature? Could they have tried not to annoy the Ghanaians so much?
The whole country and
like they've been carrying this beef with you for 10 years, and then 12 years, and then you finally speak on this again, and you rub their faces to do some more. But that's Suarez for you, and that's been Suarez's entire career.
I mean, I feel like Suarez is the worst person to actually ask for an apology because this guy legit beat a footballer on the pitch and he refused to apologize. He
had the Evra issue, then he decided not to shake Evra's hand after he was the guilty party. So for all his talent, the man is the madman.
Apologies. You can expect goals from Suarez. Apologies. Forget about it.
That was not.
That was not. So definitely that would be a very, very big one because Ghana do have to win. To qualify. It's a very, very tight one. Anybody can go through between Ghana, Uruguay, and South Korea. Portugal seem to be, all done and dusted. South Korea versus Portugal will also happen simultaneously. What are you expecting in that game?
Portugal will beat South Korea. Ronaldo will probably want to get a goal. After they robbed this goal, then he was going to penalty. Before you think damn, had 2 goals left on the table. I have to make up for them. Has he scored this tournament?
He has.
He scored a penalty. So Ronaldo's going to want to get on the score sheet. Like Portugal are going to play to win it, and Ronaldo's going to play to win. Which will be exciting.
So Portugal win for you.
Yeah.
Ghana, Uruguay, who wins?
Oof. That's one of the toughest games to call. This group is actually
very tough.
Toughest groups in the tournament. There are 3 good teams who I can see knock around. Ghana, Uruguay. Uruguay haven't looked good. I think they'll draw. Because Uruguay haven't looked good, but I feel like they'll be up for it. And Ghana haven't looked great either, to be honest.
True. Yeah, so definitely want to look out for. Let us know in the comment sections what you think about the Ghana versus Uruguay game before 4 p.m.
and
was playing, South Korea. Right, that would have actually been mad. South Korea versus Portugal as well. Let us know what you think the scorelines would be or what the final results would be. Also at 8 p.m. we have our other African brothers playing against the Sangalooo Boys of Brazil. Cameroon versus Brazil. That one seems to be done and dusted, in my opinion. I do not think Cameroon will have any joy in that game.
The talk I'm hearing is that Brazil, obviously they're already qualified, so
they're
a whole new lineup. So it should be exciting. Fabinho might play, Martinelli, Jesus, Anthony.
All those boys.
So that should be exciting to see. And Brazil does have so much talent that this is going to be a good team as well. So I'm excited to see other Brazilians.
That's exactly what I was going to say. These are players who want to play in the starting 11 of Brazil.
So they're all fighting for a spot and Cameroon.
They are not taking their foot off the gas.
They are not.
So definitely. Let us know what you think about the games. Serbia versus Switzerland as well, coming up at 8 p.m. Brazil on 6 points. Switzerland on 3.
Can really upset Cameroon in that group.
True. Switzerland on 3 points. Cameroon on 3 points as well. Serbia on 1 point. If Cameroon do win, if Serbia win and Brazil beat Cameroon, Serbia on 1 point will go through.
Yeah, so it's going down to the wire in this group. Only Brazil are safe. Who's coming with them?
Who's going with Brazil? Yeah, that definitely is an episode. Let us know what you think in the comment sections below. Anywhere that you're watching this, World Cup is interesting. World Cup is amazing. One thing I'll leave you with: anytime I tell you something on this show, take it seriously. Bet on it. You can bank on it. Japan. As per cheaper. But yeah, bet on it for reals, man, because Japan are doing a madness, and it looks to be interesting.
And remember, if you're playing our FPL, remember to refresh your teams for the knockout stages. Some boys have gone home, some are still in the tournament.
Right.
I'm climbing up the leaderboard. Mbappe and Messi doing business for me so far. So Messi missed a penalty, which is quite
so yeah, that was bad.
So yeah, lost some points.
And if you had Chesney has saved 2 penalties in the World Cup so far.
Chesney has saved 2 penalties, looking like the best keeper at the tournament so far.
Definitely.
I also look at Alisson's also been great. Brazil haven't conceded in this tournament as well. So yeah, keep an eye on for him too.
Definitely. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace
out.